Have you ever thought that some of the things you tell your children can have a bigger impact than you imagine? Have you ever wondered if certain revelations can do more harm than good, even with the best intentions today? You'll learn the things you should never tell your children, no matter how old they are over time. Family dynamics change, and what we seem to take for granted can turn into a problem. Knowing when to keep quiet is just as important as knowing what to say. Get ready to learn how to protect and improve your relationships with your children as you grow older and face new challenges in your family's life. In this special video, we will explore the 8 things you should never share with them. Whether they are children or adults, we will learn how some words, if not said carefully, can profoundly affect their lives. If you want to preserve well-being and serenity in your family relationships, pay close attention to the next few minutes. You may find that sometimes less really is more. Before beginning, be sure to subscribe to the Ethereum channel so you don't miss the next videos on personal and spiritual growth. And now, let's begin. The details of your romantic past. Sharing your past. Romantic experiences may seem like a way to build a deeper connection with your children, but going into intimate details of your past relationships could have unintended consequences for a child or adult. Knowing the ups and downs of your romantic experiences can negatively impact how they view love and relationships for younger children. This can create confusion about what a healthy relationship is, while for adult children, it can raise questions about how to navigate their own relationships or how to define success in a relationship. Rather than getting into the complicated, overly intimate, or painful details of your past love stories, focus on the universal lessons you have learned from those experiences. Talk about mutual respect, effective communication, and understanding. These are principles they can apply in their future or current relationships without being influenced by negative examples, complicated situations, or personal beliefs. The advice is to use your experiences as a source of wisdom, not as a role. The unfulfilled expectations you had for them. Every parent in some way has expectations of who their children should be or what they should accomplish in life. When those expectations aren't met, expressing frustration or disappointment can leave deep scars. Saying, "I wish you were," can create a sense of inadequacy that lingers over time. Children may internalize the idea that they aren't enough, while adult children may feel unable to meet your expectations, carrying with them feelings of guilt or failure. Instead of focusing on what hasn't been accomplished, try to appreciate the unique journey they have taken. Every child, regardless of age, needs to feel accepted and supported for who they are. Offer support in their choices, even if they don't meet your original expectations. This will boost their self-confidence and encourage them to explore their own path. With confidence, the advice is to celebrate their successes, big or small, without comparing them to what you would have wanted for them. Your unfiltered opinions about other people, making judgments about other people, whether friends, family, or public figures, can easily influence how your children see the world. If you indulge in negative comments or unjustified criticism, your children, young and old, may develop similar prejudices following your example. This can limit their ability to evaluate people based on their own experiences and form independent opinions instead of sharing hasty judgments. Teach your children the importance of respect and understanding towards others, teaching them to look at situations and people with an open mind will help them develop healthier relationships and build a more inclusive mindset. Encourage dialogue and active listening, teaching them to form opinions based on facts and their own direct experiences. The hidden conflicts in your relationship. Conflicts in a relationship are inevitable, but involving your children in these issues can be very damaging, whether they are young children or adults, making them witness or participate in arguments between you and your partner. places an emotional burden on them that they shouldn't have to carry. They may feel pressured to take sides, causing stress and anxiety in children. This can create serious insecurities about the future of the family, while in adults it can trigger protective mechanisms or emotional disconnection. Keep your couple discussions private and try to resolve conflicts without burdening your children, even if you think they are old enough to understand the difficulties in relationships. Remember that they are emotionally involved. We recommend letting them know that even if there are disagreements, you and your partner are committed to resolving them with respect and understanding. Your irrational fears, sharing your fears with your children, may seem like a way to be transparent and honest, but irrational fears can create unnecessary anxiety. Children in particular have difficulty distinguishing between what is real and what is irrational anxiety, and may experience your fear as a real threat. Even adult children, if repeatedly exposed to their mother or father's irrational worries, can develop a sense of helplessness and negative influence that could directly impact their own lives instead of taking your fears out on them. Try to offer reassurance and show them how to deal with anxiety with strength and resilience. This will give them a positive model for how to deal with their own fears in a healthy way. If you feel overwhelmed by your worries, talk to a therapist or friend and limit your son or daughter's exposure to these anxieties, especially if they can't do anything about them. Family secrets: every family has secrets, but the decision to reveal them to children must be made with extreme caution. Children and adults may not be ready to handle the complexity of some past events or difficult stories. Revealing certain secrets could undermine their trust in the family or bring out emotions that are difficult to process. Revealing a family secret must be considered carefully, taking into account the emotional impact it could have, as well as all the psychological and practical consequences before sharing a secret. Ask yourself if it will help your child grow up or if it will just cause unnecessary pain. Some secrets are protective, while others are simply too heavy to bear. So consider whether the confidential information is really necessary to reveal, or if it is better to keep it confidential for the sake of your family. Comparisons with other families. Comparing your family to others, whether it's in terms of success, relationship dynamics, or lifestyle, can hurt your child's self-esteem. No matter how old they are, saying that family is better or those parents are more organized can make them feel inadequate, fueling insecurities. Adult children can also internalize these comparisons and feel as if their own family is less good or inferior. Instead of comparing, focus on your family's strengths and uniqueness. Every family unit is different, and each has its own challenges and successes. Teach your children to value your family experience without trying to conform to external standards. Additionally, reinforcing the idea that your family, with its peculiarities, is special, just the way it celebrates the uniqueness of your family and each of its members. Your concerns about the future. Worrying about the future is normal, but sharing overly pessimistic predictions with your children can be counterproductive. Children may not have the emotional capacity to handle negative visions of the future and the emotional burden that comes with it, generating fear or a sense of helplessness. Even adults may feel overwhelmed by the idea that the future is out of their control. Talk about the future with optimism and confidence, showing that despite the uncertainties, there are always ways to deal with difficulties. This will encourage them to develop a resilient mindset and not be paralyzed by fear of the unknown. Try to offer them practical solutions and shift your focus to preparation rather than worry, to help them feel more confident and capable of facing what is to come. Conclusion. What about you? Have you ever wondered how the words you share with your children can influence their way of seeing the world? Even as adults, every parent wants the best for their children, but sometimes it is precisely what we choose not to say that protects them and helps them grow stronger. Taking the time to reflect on what is truly important to share can make the difference between creating a solid bond and sowing unnecessary doubts and uncertainties. With which of these 8 things have you already avoided telling your children, and which do you think are worth reconsidering? Remember, it's never too late to start communicating in a more conscious and constructive way. Let us know in the comments if you've experienced similar situations, or if you have any advice for other parents watching this video. As always, we sincerely hope that this content has been helpful and inspiring for you. Thank you for spending your time with us today. We hope this video has given you valuable insights into how the words we choose shape the hearts and minds of our children. If even one thought helped you reflect or brought you closer to your loved ones, then our mission is fulfilled. Remember, silence can sometimes protect more than truth, and what we choose not to say can be a gift of love. Stay mindful, stay compassionate, and never stop growing with those you love. Thank you for being a part of the Ethereum family.